Hello, vintage outboard motor fans. This is T-Mike out here on Toledo Bend Lake making another video today. Today's video is going to be on how to upgrade 1957 18 horsepower Johnson to electric start. Had a customer named Nicole who contacted me looking for somebody to upgrade a 18 horsepower Johnson she bought, having trouble pulling the rope on an 18, so she wanted electric start. I don't normally do that, but I decided in this case to try to help her out, so I did. I got it all upgraded, so I'm going to show you how to do this. I'm going to give you part numbers, show you the wiring diagram, everything you need to upgrade the 18 horsepower Johnson to electric start. So if everybody's ready, here we go. All right, here she is. Nicole's got a beautiful 1957 Johnson 18 horsepower here. She brought to me and I got her upgraded for electric start. Now, before we get started, I just want to make you all aware that they did make a harness for this. It's actual cables that came to a female harness right here. Then they had a male part that would plug into it to go down to the battery, the solenoid, and the start switch. I couldn't find that part. It was very expensive too, if I could have found it. So option B was to hardwire everything in there, and I did get some heat shrink that I'm going to try to put around these wires to try to pretty it up for her. But we decided, her and I, to go with option B and do it, so I got it all wired. I'm going to give you the part numbers first for everything you need, and then I'm going to go through the wiring and show you how to wire it up. All right, so the first thing you have to do is replace the flywheel. All right, they make a ring that you can add to the existing flywheel that provides these teeth that grab onto the starter gears. I went ahead and got her the whole flywheel off of eBay. Part number for that is 580231. Got that off of eBay for about $100. All right. And the next thing you got to do is you have to add the starter. All right. So to do that, you have to take the existing bracket off. And I bought her a new starter with the bracket. That part number is 175019. A little over $300 for that part. Okay, so once you got that, you're going to need a solenoid, all right, to activate the power to the flywheel. All right, so there's the solenoid. I got that off of eBay. That is a Sierra, part number 18-5087. All right, and then you're also going to need a start switch. Now, I used this start switch. I got that at Tractor Supply, and the part number for that is 67-722. Okay, and then of course you're going to need some cabling and a battery. All right, so the way you wire that up is you take the positive lead of your battery and you run it to one side of the solenoid. Then you take the other side of the solenoid and you wire it up to the only post that is on the starter right there. All right, then you take the ground side of the battery and you run it up to anywhere is on this motor to ground it. And that's the ground. All right, so for the starter to be activated, this solenoid has to close and pass voltage to that. And these two terminals right here are wired through the start switch. So you take the negative pulse with the black wire and run it to this side of the solenoid. And then you take the red side, the positive, and you run it to the switch and then out of the switch over to this side of the solenoid. Okay? And when you depress the start switch, the contacts make inside here and allow the voltage to pass through to the starter. I'm going to demonstrate it right now. All right. So that is all the part numbers and how to wire it up to create an electric start. Now in this case, I think Nicole says she has a handy husband who does carpenter work. So I'm just gonna, I got this little bracket off at the the lumber yard store and screwed it on here for this to fit in. And this thing screws on here, so I assume that she can screw this onto her transom, set her battery down right here, and she'll have it all set ready to go. Okay, prettied her up, put heat shrink on all the cables best I could, try to make it look as neat as I could. Got her in a barrel now, let's see if she'll start. Yes, sir. It's all good. I'll put the cover back on, the silencer, the plate, the cover, the rewind starter, and let Nicole know that her motor is ready, upgraded to electric start. If y'all enjoyed the video, see y'all next time. Enjoyed it. If you did, please click on subscribe and tell all your friends about T Mike's Vintage Outboards YouTube channel. Also, I have dozens of links below in the description. You can find my eBay store, all the parts I have in there. You can find my trusted T Mike parts, where I make kits for fuel pump conversions, for your carburetors, for your magnetos and your gear cases. You also have a link for my mail-in repair service, how to send me your parts to repair and send them back to you. Also a link in there for technical consulting if you need some help with your vintage motors. So I love what I do. I love all the videos that you guys have requested for me to make. Keep the requests coming in, and I'll keep making the videos. And remember, always remember, and never forget, here at T Mike's Vintage Outboards, we're doing it one motor at a time.